All right. As we move through February, it's been an enjoyable ride so far with Man on the Moon 1, Kid Cudi, and 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye. But it has been 2 weeks of pretty mellow music, mostly saying, right? And there was a chat in Discord the other night about how it's going to be nice to get to Biggie, Ready to Die, and listen to some gangster shit again. And I have to agree. And honestly, got some emails today. Not important, but I'm kind of irritated. Kind of pissed off right now. So I'm like, yeah, it's time to listen to Ready to Die because, I'm ready for somebody to come in here with some heavy beats and some great lines and tell people in general to just go fuck themselves because that's kind of in the mood I'm in right now. Let's do it. I'm all for it. When it comes to Biggie, actually I should call him Notorious B.I.G. I know he was called Biggie Smalls at one time. I like calling him Biggie because it's easier. I don't know why. But I don't know much about him. I really enjoyed his feature on Brooklyn's Finest, on that Jay-Z track, Brooklyn's Finest, which was off of Reasonable Doubt. And I have seen the YouTube video where he's like 16 or something and freestyling on the street, and it's just incredible. I'm looking forward to this album because I had such a good time with Mad Villainy and MF Doom's style and flow. And there's like a vocal presence that exists, just this guy who's really good at what he does it with ease, even though it's very complicated. So I'm excited. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy this album. Now, a couple of people did say, hey, you got to be in the right mind space for this because he's basically talking to you from the streets, kind of from the point of view of a criminal in a way. And I'm glad people said that because that'll help me adjust my mind and be in the right spot. I don't want to come in and be critical of what he's saying just because my point of view is off. But I'm excited to hear that kind of point of view and see how it folds into the point of views that have been shared by Nas on Illmatic, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Kendrick on Good Kid, Mad City, Tupac on Me Against the World. This is another angle, I'm excited. I guess I don't know what else to say. I guess that's all there is to say, being excited. I have the 19-track version. So the album is hour 17. It's going to be a long video, but we're going to go for it. So here we go. First time listen, Notorious B.I.G., Ready to Die. Track 1 is called Intro. Am I recording? Yeah, okay. Important to be recording before you start doing a reaction. Here we go. Intro. Is it going? No, there it goes. It's coming. It's coming.
Push, come on. One more time, here goes. I see the head.
I like that higher tone synth.
Yeah! Yeah! You did it, baby! Yeah!
But if you lose, don't ask no questions why.
God damn it, Philip! What the fuck you doing? You can't control that goddamn boy! What? I just saw Mr. Johnson. He told me he caught the motherfucking boy. I'm shoplifting.
You coming in here smelling like sour sauce, you dumb motherfucker!
No, I laughed during that section, but I wonder how many kids grow up with that kind of shit. That kind of home environment. Because it's awful. It's just awful, man. And I'm not going to get into it, but God, it kills me.
Yes, motherfucking right. Nigga, yes, nigga, it's 87, nigga. Is you dead, bro?
Yeah, nigga, but nigga,
is you dead, motherfucker? Give me up, Joey. Get up off that shit. What the fuck you holding on to that shit for, bitch?
Interesting, man. This is pretty wild. I feel like I'm playing Grand Theft Auto in a way, like being dropped into San Andreas or something. Or what was it, Los Santos?
Small.
Mr. Small, let me walk you to the door. So how does it feel leaving us?
Was that Snoop in the background? It sounded like it.
Come on, man. What kind of fucking question is that, man? I'm trying to get the fuck about this joint, bro.
Yeah, you'll be back. You niggas always are.
Hey, man. What the fuck is you hollering about, Holmes? You won't see me up in this motherfucker no more.
We'll see.
I got big plans, nigga. Big plans.
All right, it's gonna drop into track 2, which is Things Done Changed. Lots of samples. Sounds good.
Remember back in the days when niggas had waves, gazelle shades and corn braids, picture pennies, honeys had the high top jellies, shooting skelly, motherfuckers was all friendly, lounging at the barbecues, drinking brews with the neighborhood crews, hanging on the avenues. Turn your pages to 1993, niggas is getting smoked, G. Believe me, talk slick, you get your next.
Nice change up on the beat right there. I like that.
Having that shit, toting text for rep, smoking blunts in the project hallways, shooting dice all day, waiting for niggas to step up on some fighting shit. We get hype and shit and start fighting shit, so step away with your fist fight ways, motherfucker. This ain't back in the days, but you don't hear me though.
I was gonna say a little earlier, coming out of that opening skit, you know, it was cool that I got the heads up that this was gonna be, you know, more street shit basically, which is fine. And having that skit really set the stage was cool. And then dropping into this, and my being kind of in a bad mood right now, like this feels so good. Like listening to this, like, and I mentioned that specifically because 6 months ago, I would have thought this is cliche rap garbage. Well, not necessarily garbage. Let me take that back. I don't want to say garbage, but just in terms of the lyrical content, I'm like, oh yeah, here it is, you know, rap being all just badass again. Because I wouldn't have understood it at all. And I mentioned that specifically now to say, while I'm journeying into hip hop, I certainly do not know everything. And I've learned less than I want to admit. Like, I want to say, oh, I've learned so much, but I feel like I haven't learned as much as I think I've learned. But it's cool to be here right now listening to a song like this going, yeah, I'm into it. Whereas before that would not have happened. So there you go. That's all that's about.
Little motherfuckers with heat wanna leave a nigga 6 feet deep, and we coming to the waist to make sure the crying and commotion ain't a motherfucking fake.
Ooh,
Back in the
shit,
days, the parents used
dude.
to take care
Oh,
of us.
shit.
Look at them now, they even fucking scared of us. Calling the city for help because they can't maintain. Damn shit done changed.
Holy shit, that is a harsh line. Harsh line. And we're coming to the wake to make sure the crying and commotion ain't a motherfucking fake. Holy shit. Dude. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Parents used to take care of us. Look at them now. They're even scared of us. Wow. All right, let's keep going. This is pretty fucking lit already, dude. Oh my god. I like the music quite a bit. It almost sounds like a oh god, what's the big old fancy string thing? Not a flute, not an accordion, a harp.
If I wasn't in the rap game, I'd probably have a key knee deep in the crack games. Shit, my mama got cancer in her breast. Don't ask me why I'm motherfucking stressed. Things done changed.
Don't ask me why I'm stressed. Things done changed. And what a great way of painting that picture. I mean, from every angle. His mom having breast cancer, people getting killed, not knowing where your meal is going to come from. Where was that line? Either you're slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Fucking A, like that's the only way out. You gotta play sports or sell drugs because there's nothing else. This is fucking great so far. I'm gonna let it play. I want to talk a lot, but there's a lot of tracks, so I want to let's just get into this album. Let's really get into the meat of this album. But I'm fucking enjoying it so far. You know what's cool about this beat is with that harp in the background, but then that harsh like dun 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 dun. It's a cool contrast. to each other. That was cool. That was a good jam. That was a good jam. Okay, track 3 is called Gimme the Loot.
Yeah. Motherfuckers better know.
It's so nice hearing the record scratch. I love the record scratch, man.
My man Imp left a tech and a 9 at my crib. Turned himself in, he had to do a bid. A 1 to 3, he be home the end of 93. I'm ready to get this paper, G. You with me? Motherfucking right. My pockets looking kinda tight. And I'm stressed, you biggie, let me get the vest. Because the nigga play pussy, that's the nigga that's getting screwed and bruised up. From the pistol whipping, webs on the neck from the necklace stripping.
Oh
Then
shit,
I'm dipping
man.
up the block and I'm robbing bitches too. Up the herringbones and bamboos. I wouldn't give a fuck if you're in there. Give me the baby rings and the #1 more pendant. I slap.
They had to flip it. I don't give a fuck if you're pregnant. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Like I feel like you know, all the people that hate this music are going to come running to my door, pounding on it. Hey, you can't listen to that shit. I wouldn't give a fuck if you're pregnant. Wow.
Word to mother, I'm dangerous. Crazier than a bag of fucking angel dust. When I bust my gap, motherfuckers take dirt naps. I'm all that and a dime sack. Where the paper at?
When he's sticking you and taking all your money.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. 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 Give me the loot, give me the loot.
I've come a long ways, you guys. I'm enjoying this. I would have not had enjoyed this 6 months ago. I mean, I'm enjoying this. And I think it helps. Like I was saying earlier, I'm a little irritated, so it helps. But I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm trying to understand why. Like, why now? I don't know. And I can look at this and I can understand why people look at it and go, oh my God, they're glorifying all these things. And it's like I've crossed over the fence, you know. Now I can't really fully explain why this isn't glorification. Not that I believe that it is, but anyway, I'm saying all this because I'm surprised at my state right now. And so I won't focus on it too much. We'll let the album play through and we'll see, you know, how this all fleshes out in a bit here. But God, the flow is great. You know, I was really excited about coming into this album and listening to Biggie for the first time. Welts on the neck from necklace stripping, man. It's just fucking pop, pulling those chains off. Like, much like MF Doom, and I'll probably make a lot of comparisons to him. I don't know if that's a fair or not. I'm not trying to, you know, compare them, you know, compete them with each other, but I just love his style, his flow, his lyrical flow. And his vocals are so, I don't know, it's got a great voice. Now, I did notice, you know, there's parts that are italicized. He's using two voices, but it's this whole verse is all Biggie, right? That's correct? I didn't see a feature for somebody else. So I think it's him, and then he changes his pitch in his voice, and then he's doing, so he's kind of having, he's playing both roles in this little conversation with two people here. Anyway, all right, let's keep going.
Step into your wake with your blood on my shirt. Don't be a jerk and get smoked over being resistant. Cause when I lick shots, the shit is persistent. Goodness gracious, the paper.
This is Biggie also, right?
Where the stash at? Nigga, pass that. Rolex watches and colorful swatches. I'm digging in pockets, motherfuckers can't stop it. Man, niggas come through, I'm taking high school rings too. Bitches get split with her earrings and bangles. And when I rock her and drop her, I'm taking her knockers. And if she's resistant, baka. So go get your man, bitch, he can get robbed too. Tell him Biggie took it, what the fuck he gonna do? I hope apologetic, or I'ma have to set it. And if I said it, the cocksucker won't forget it.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot.
I honestly kind of realized just now during the chorus, I kind of forgot about the beat. Not that the beat's bad, but Biggie's presence is so prominent. Like, he is center stage. It's like I feel like he could rap over anything. Like, I don't even feel like he needs a fucking beat. Like, he could be just dead silent. It could be just him cracking off these lines. And it would be like, holy shit. I'm not going to tear apart these lyrics. Pretty self-explanatory. But, man, the way he delivers them. Jesus, dude. This is impressive. Very impressive. All right, let's keep going.
Oh shit, the cops! Be cool, fool. They ain't gonna roll up. All they want is fucking dope.
Oh my God.
I guess the kid is life cooking. I just came home. Ain't trying to see central booking. Oh shit, now he looking in my face. You better haul ass, cause I ain't with no fucking chase. So lace up your boots, cause I'm about to shoot a true motherfucker going out for the loot.
Wow. I don't say this often because I don't want it to seem, I don't know. I want it to be sincere when I say it. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to fit in or whatever. But, so I don't say it often, okay? However, that shit was fire. Like, holy fucking shit, dude. Top to bottom, relentless. Just absolutely relentless. Like, I kind of want to call that, obviously that's not metal, but I feel like in hip hop form, that was metal. Like, that was heavy metal. That shit was awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, this is going to be a fun ride. All right, track 4. Machine Gun Funk, track 4.
Yeah.
Cool sample.
So you wanna be hardcore with your hat to the back.
Fuck, dude, this is great.
But I can't feel that hardcore appeal that you're screaming. Maybe I'm dreaming. This ain't Christopher Williams, still some MC got the feel one. Caps, I got the feel some. To let niggas know that if you fuck with big and heavy, I get up in that ass like the way she says. Who says me? The lyrical. Niggas saying Biggie off the street, it's a miracle.
Cool sample, man.
All I want is bitches, big booty bitches. Used to sell crack so I could stack my riches. Now I pack gats to stop all the snitches from staying in my business. What is this? Relentless approach to know if I'm broke or not. Just cause I joke and smoke a lot don't mean I don't tote the clock. 16 shots for my niggas in the pen until we motherfucking meet again.
You know, listening to this, I'm, like I was saying in the beginning, I was thinking about the contrast of point of view between Nas, Jay-Z, Kendrick, so on. And I'm immediately thinking of Tupac because, you know, these two were so correlated with each other just in terms of pop culture. And I know they had diss tracks with each other and I know there was beef and all this other shit, but I was surprised by Tupac and how deep into the game that he was and how paranoid it made him. You know, he was certain he was going to die. And I don't want to say that it necessarily made him fearful, but it occupied his mind so much. This guy does not give me the impression of somebody who's afraid at all. Like, he's all in and he's all in. Like, there's no, man, like, fuck it. Ready to die. You know, it's a different perspective. And I think right now it's a little subtle. I'm not going to get into it too much. You know, I haven't talked about the lyrics a lot just because it seems like, I mean, the lyrics are good for what they are, for what he's telling, but I'm more so just enjoying his flow than the lyrics specifically. Every now and then he's got some great little change-ups though. Where was it earlier? I don't remember. I hate waste. I feel like when I tried to read the lyrics like in silence by myself, even though 3 seconds go by in the video, it feels like I've sat here for half an hour. So I don't want to waste people's time. But it's just really, really easy to listen to him do his vocals. Anyway, okay, let's keep going.
So I guess you know the story, the rap side, crack side, how I smoke funk, smack bitches on the backside. Bed-Stuy, the place where my head rests, 50-shot clip if a nigga want test. The rock rocket launcher. Biggie stomped ya, high as a motherfucking helicopter. That's why I pack a Nina, fuck a misdemeanor. Beating motherfuckers like Ike beat Tina.
Jesus.
What's love got to do when I'm ripping all through your whole crew?
Great beat. I mean, the beat is pretty straightforward. The sample is, there's a lot going on within the sample, but the beat itself is pretty straightforward. This part's getting a little drawn out for me. I will say that I'm going to make a bold claim right now and say that my wife will probably not enjoy this album. All right, I'm going to let, there's 30 seconds of that still, 20 seconds. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to, just based off the lyrics here, it sounds like they just repeat that sample. So we'll move on. Track 5 is called Warning.
Paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawning, now I'm yawning, wipe the cold out my eye, see who's this paging me and why. It's my nigga Pop from the barber shop, told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. A niggas wanna stick me like fly paper, neighbor. Thank fame for warning me, cause now I'm warning you. I got the Mac, nigga, tell me what you gonna do. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper. Damn, niggas wanna stick me for my paper.
There was an interesting portion here. I think it was right around this portion where the guy comes in telling the story, but the beat changed up and it was like a blur sound with the record. That sounded really cool. I almost paused it to mention it, but I didn't want to interrupt the verse. This is kind of a neat story so far. You know, this guy calling him, giving a heads up. I'm curious to see if it keeps going, because I like it when there's a story.
They even heard about the clip you bought your mom up Florida, the fifth corridor, called the coroner. There's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war, got the Rockwellers by the door, and I feed them gunpowder so they can devour the criminals. Trying to drop my decimals, damn. Niggas wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems. It's the ones that smoke blunts with ya, see your picture. Now they wanna grab their guns and come and get ya. I fuck around and get hardcore. C4 to your door, no beef, no more. Nigga, feel the rough, scandalous. The more weed smoke I puff, the more dangerous. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Poppa come for you? I'm not running, nigga, I bust my gun in. Hold on, I hear somebody coming.
There's only 40 seconds left here, but you know what's really cool about Biggie is the way he puts that hard sound on the consonants, and it's, you know, watching it. I think when I was doing the Mad Villainy album, people put me on to those videos. I forget what they're called now, where it shows the lyrics and the flow, and it colors the different rhyming schemes, and so you can really see the bars, because that was something I was just not familiar with. And what's neat is I can see it, you know. I had given this analogy of it's hard for people who don't listen to rap to listen to a rapper and see the skill, because you can't physically see it. Whereas somebody who's into rap can watch a metal drummer thrash around and go, holy shit, that guy is going off. Like, obviously he's very good because I can watch what he's doing. I can see how fast, how complex, all these different things going on. But what's neat for me right now, reading these lyrics, as Biggie's going through them, I can see, okay, here's a rhyme. You know, I'm seeing the structure more, which is really fun. And it's cool because he has a fairly complex structure going on. It's not just, you know, it's not like it's a rhyme at the end of every single line. He's rhyming all over the place. And he's putting different I guess, bars in. But then when he has this hard sound on the consonant, it's almost like a form of like rap punctuation. You know, it's almost like he's closing in sections. Like, okay, here's a section, and I'm going to close it off with this hard P sound, and then I'm going to crack open this new one with this hard C sound. Like, the way he does it with his voice, the way he's so clear with his enunciation, it makes that structure within his rhyming scheme a little bit more apparent, which is neat. I like it. That was long-winded.
Come in fast as you can. Just bring your motherfucking ass on. Come on. Dot on your head, man.
Red dot.
Oh, shit. You got a red dot on your head, too. Oh, shit.
All right, track 6 is called Ready to Die.
Yeah.
You ready, motherfucker? We gon' kill your ass.
I'm ready.
As I grab the Glock, put it to your headpiece. One in the chamber, the safety is off. Release, rated your dome homes. I wanna see cabbage. Biggie Small the Savage, doing your brain cells much damage. Got techniques dripping out my butt cheeks. Sleep on my stomach so I don't fuck up my sheets. My shit is deep, deeper than my grave, G. I'm ready to die and nobody can save me. Fuck the world, fuck my moms and my girl. My life is played out like a Jerry curl. I'm ready to die.
You know, this fucking line, I got techniques dripping out my butt cheeks, sleep on my stomach so I don't fuck up my sheets. That's just great. That's just great. As I'm listening to this, you know, I can't appreciate it for more of a story and, you know, some bravado and being badass and all this other stuff. But I also I'm very much getting the opinion that Biggie Smalls really was fuck you. Like, no fear, ready to die, you want to go, let's go. And I keep thinking about that kind of personality clashing with a personality like Tupac and why there was so much tension there that existed. Because neither of those guys are people that will back down, you know? And it seems like so far, I mean, we're track 6. It seems like Biggie has no problem going out and finding it on his own. You know, not even so much. Because Tupac was an interesting contradiction, or not necessarily contradiction, but a duality of somebody who was down, but at the same time, he would have enjoyed a life of peace also, it seems like. I don't know if Biggie really has any interest in peace. You know? Like, no, fuck it. This is who I am. Full bore. Through and through, man. From the morning till the night. Oh.
I sit back and look when I used to be a crook, doing whatever it took, from snatching change to pocketbooks. Shit is real, and hungry's how I feel. I rob and steal because that money got that whip appeal. Kicking niggas down the steps just for rep. Any repercussion lead to niggas getting wet. The infrared's at your head real steady. You better grab your guns cause I'm ready.
Good beat. These classic kind of gangster style beats too.
In a sec, I throw the tech to your fucking neck. Everybody hit the deck. Biggie about to get some wreck. Leave you on the street with your neck slit down your backbone the way your motherfucking shit drip. The shit I kick, rip it through the vest. Biggie Smalls passing any
Oh
test.
my god, dude. That's just fucking brutal. And yeah, I was talking about the beats a little bit there, how they're that classic gangster style beats. And it is interesting how, I mean, the beats are good, but I said this before, I think with Illmatic, I was specifically saying Illmatic, but people thought I was saying that the lyrics were basic or whatever. But anyway, I've had to explain that so many times. The beats, and I think the beats can be, obviously this is from 94, so this is a while ago. The music has evolved clearly since then. But when you have somebody like Biggie who can just go on these tears, man, you really don't have to put a lot of time into the production. Not to say that they didn't, or not to say that, they should have put more, or that this isn't good. I mean, the beats are great, but they're so secondary to what's happening lyrically, vocally. The vocals, man, God, Biggie just fucking puts it all out there so well. And of course, this line here, I'm ripping MCs from Tallahassee to Compton. Uh-oh. I've been trying to pay attention for some of the diss lines that might be coming through on this album. That's definitely one of them. This is good, man. I mean, this is good. I can see why people got so upset by it. I can even kind of understand why I got so upset by it. But what's interesting right now is I don't remember the path that I took to go from not getting it to now here I am and I get it. It was just strange, right? Because I should remember.
I'm ready.
Time to go. We're gonna put you out your misery, motherfucker.
Niggas definitely know what time it is. The notorious one in full effect. 93. Suicidal. I'm ready.
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Yeah.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep. I don't want to see no crying at my funeral.
That's an interesting line. I don't want to see no crying at my funeral. That's interesting to me because it's been referenced now a couple times about going to wakes and making sure people are crying for real instead of faking their tears. So there's something here that I'm not getting because he doesn't want to see people crying at his funeral. And I don't really understand why. Like, why is that something he does not want, you know? Fake tears are easy to understand, but why does Biggie want to go to the wake and make sure people are crying? There's an element here that I don't understand. So let me know in the comments what it is about crying at a funeral in reference to gangster rap and why that's so significant. Because to me, that seems just natural, automatic. Like that's what would happen. All right, track 7 is called One More Chance.
All you hoes calling here for my daddy, girls is sick. Like that, mommy?
Hi, Daddy. How you doing? This is Thais. I was thinking about you last night. You acting like you can't call me no more because you busy and
I ain't fucking her. You fucked with me last night. That's my best friend, and we don't get down like that. Yeah, motherfucker, this is Stephanie. Fucking call, alright?
When it comes to sex, I'm similar to the Thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check the shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Caan Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make your kidneys shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Hawkeye jeans. I've been 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a hoe, a bankroll, and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck until her nose bleed. Even if your new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in ya. You want that old thing back? I got that good dick, girl, you didn't know?
Oh my God, man. I feel like this track is a great example of what I was talking about, how the lyrics don't really matter, and even the beat doesn't really matter, because Biggie's presence vocally is so just strong. I was going to say overpowering, but it's not even necessarily overpowering. It just occupies so much space. I mean, the beat is fine, but it's just a basic drum beat. You know, there's not a whole lot going on. And then in terms of the lyrics, they're pretty fucking funny. I mean, there's some lines in here that are like, oh, I guess technically I'm supposed to be, you know, upset and offended. You know, society has changed so much in almost 30 years now since this album has released. Yeah. Anybody who was listening to this in 94, it was almost 30 years ago. Yeah, you're welcome. But man, the fucking flow, it's great. It's so good. And he's even when it got into this section here, the Bronx to Bolivia, getting physical like Olivia, and then Newt. And, you know, he just does these little bounces with the bars where he's breaking them across the lines and stuff, man. It's fucking cool. I realize that I haven't really, you know, dug into the lyrics a whole lot. I don't feel like there's much reason to. Pretty straightforward, not a lot to like pick apart and analyze here. You know, I feel like this is more of a reaction rather than an analysis, which is what I normally do. But I'm enjoying it. Let's keep going.
I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clits had to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peep the funk flow, really though. I got the cleanest, meanest, keenest. You never seen this, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex, and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Licking down to your belly button, I ain't frontin'. They don't call me big for nothing. All of a sudden.
Oh my god, man. So I mean, there's the beat. It's a good beat, but it's just a drum beat. That's it. That's all that was really going on. I mean, obviously for the chorus there was some other sound coming in, but for the most part it's just Biggie, man. Oh my god, dude, these lyrics. I'm not gonna tear into them. I feel like fucking YouTube will shut the whole goddamn thing down if I get into the lyrics. This line was great though. So after I say I'm not gonna get into it, I'm gonna get into lyrics. Really though, I got the cleanest, meanest penis. Oh my god, this shit was funny. All right, track 8 is called "Fuck Me" Interlude. Get that bell off.
Oh.
God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
This feels a little awkward, honestly. Like recording this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Black Oreo cookie eating, pickle juice drinking, chicken gristle eating, biscuit
Oh my fucking god, man.
motherfucker. V8 juice drinking, slim fast blended.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Jenny Craig. I haven't heard that name in a long ass time. Wow. So it's annotated here, or is listed as Lil Kim. Is that actually her, or is this supposed to be like a diss track? I have no idea. If that's actually supposed to be Lil Kim, if that is her, or if this is, you know, an attack on somebody. Anyway. All right. Well, now that we've gotten through that, track 9 is called "The What." God damn, dude. I'm feeling better, by the way. This is helping my mood tremendously.
I used to get feels on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze gats till my clips is empty. Don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit.
This was a great line. The way he did this portion right here: guns, I like him stainless, steel, want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I like that. So this is something I would not have picked up on before. So my experience with MF Doom and that album is helping me understand this more, and it's making me. I think that's a big portion of why I'm enjoying this so much, is understanding what's happening now.
Respected by the lyrics over harmony grit. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. It's real, 94, rugged raw. Kicking on your goddamn doors.
Something like this.
Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit. Everything you get, you got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake your hips.
You don't stop.
Niggas pack the clip.
Keep on. Verse 2. Coming
I think this is the first time I've heard Method Man. I think so.
with that OE brew, met the cow, putting niggas back in ICU. I'm lifted, true. You can bring your whack ass crew. I got connections. I get that ass stuck like glue. Stop, look, and listen. I spit on your grave, then I grab my Charles Dickens.
Welcome to my center. Honey's feeling deep in their placenta. Cold as the pole in the winter. Far from the inventor, but I got this rap shit sold. And when my Mac loads, I'm guaranteed another video. Ready to die while I act that way. Pop Duke left Mom Duke, the faggot took the back way. So instead of making hoes suck my dick up, I used to do stick up, cause hoes is irritating like the hiccups. Excuse me, flows just grow through me. Like trees to branches, cliffs to avalanches.
Interesting, interesting line here. Ready to die, why do I act that way? Pop Duke left Mom Duke, took the back way. Is this talking about his parents? I don't really understand the use of the word Duke here. Pop Duke left Mom Duke. I understand Pop and Mom, but I don't understand the Duke. It's really interesting. I mean, it's only 2 lines, but he put it in there. And it makes me wonder how much it bugs him, how much it bothers him that his dad left, you know? It's really interesting. I mean, I don't want to make a big deal out of it because it's just a line and, you know, it's not like people cannot be upset or should not be upset about their fathers leaving, but thus far, you know, we're 8 tracks in and it's been nothing but bold confidence and nothing else. So, I mean, that's just a surprising little spot to exist in this map of craziness, really. All right, let's keep going.
Don't ask me for shit. And everything you get, you got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake your hips.
You don't stop.
And niggas pack the clip.
Keep on. Fuck the world.
Is this portion of You Don't Stop, is that making fun of a different song? I feel like it is. I feel like I've heard that. You don't stop, and blah, 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 and you don't stop, blah, 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 and you don't stop. I can't place it, though. It's hard to place different songs when you're listening to one. But I feel like that might be they might be making fun of something there.
Don't ask me for shit. Everything you get, you got to work hard for it.
Honey, shake the hips.
You don't stop.
And niggas pack the clip.
Keep on.
Bitch. Clip in full effect.
And cool beat, too. All right, track 10 is called Juicy.
Fuck all you hoes. Get a grip, motherfucker. Yeah. This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all the niggas in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
Cool.
Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
This is cool. Very distinct change in sound here. I mean, obviously that bass line is fantastic, but then there's even, I don't know if that was a keyboard or something, but some just high notes floating around and stuff. And what's neat is this is a nice change of pace just from everything that's happened so far. Everything's been pretty aggressive on the attack. And this is a step back. This is a reflective song about music and just a flashback, really. It was all a dream. Used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper, Heavy D. I remember Heavy D. I at least remember the name. I don't know if I heard the music, but And it's kind of a cool. I love it when artists do this, when they reflect back to before when they were young and it was all a dream and they were thinking about it and all the people they looked up to, and then now then they make it. That's pretty cool. Let's keep going.
To up close and personal with Robin Leach, and I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls.
Robin Leach is from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, which was a TV show back then. It was kind of like they would just go do tours of these insane celebrity houses, just massive, massive mansions and stuff. I made the change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach.
To diss me, now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing gats and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast.
And if you don't know, now you know. He said that at the end of the first verse as well. It's still all good, and if you don't know, now you know. And I don't fully understand that. Is he saying he made it? Maybe that's what he's saying. I don't know. It's interesting that he's done it twice. It's very specific for him, because I am noticing with lyrics with Biggie, very intentional. Everything seems intentional. Some songs I listen to, not necessarily hip hop, but just in general, I'll come across a song and it's like, well, I'll say this because it sounds like it should go here. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but for Biggie, in my mind, for Biggie to repeat a line at the end of a verse 2 times, at the end of each verse, the same line, that's very intentional and it means something, and I just don't quite fully understand what that means. If you don't know, now you know. Maybe he's just telling all the people, the previous track, was this the one dedicated to all the family? Yeah, this is the one dedicated to the teachers that told me it wouldn't amount to nothing. So maybe he's just telling them, now you know, I made it, fuck you.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack, now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back.
No heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Great line. You know what caught my ear? No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And I immediately felt concerned, because that's what the music industry wants, is for artists like this to go out and think it's an endless stream of money. I don't even need to pay attention to the books. They take care of that. I'm just at my house drinking champagne, kicking back, having fun, whatever, not paying attention to the business side of everything. That's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. While they just siphon, constantly siphon money. But then, I think about it more, and it's like, well, what the fuck is he supposed to do? Like, you make all this money, of course you got to go enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point? But I often think and wonder about artists who are extravagant in their life, and I just wonder, is this being used as something to distract them from something they should be paying attention to, And obviously the business side of music is not something that's going to be fun. I wouldn't want to deal with it. But I wonder how much of the industry focuses on showering artists with things that they like so that they won't pay attention to how badly they're being robbed, basically. Basically, I wonder. And my hope with every artist that makes it, when people, anybody, even not an artist, anybody who just comes into some money, I hope that they manage it well so they don't have to fucking go back to slaving away at some shit job, All right, let's keep going.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
It's so nice having that real beefy bass line in there. I love the bass line.
And if you don't know, now you know.
It's almost sharp, you know?
Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Math Label.
Pretty good vocals here too. God, man. It's crazy to think that this was 30 years ago, almost 30 years ago. All right, track 11 is called Everyday Struggle. So, is this a sample? Sounds like a sample. Interesting opening chorus, because this is the first time he's more or less expressing the idea that this is hard. You know, really up until now, everything's been pretty bold, in your face. The first like 5 or 6 tracks are really just in your face. So this is a step back, which is interesting. I won't say too much yet since we haven't really dropped into it yet, but let's get into the verse and see how it goes.
I know how it feel to wake up, fucked up, pockets broke as hell, another rock to sell. People look at you like you's the user, selling drugs to all the losers, mad Buddha abuser. But they don't know about the stress-filled day. Baby on the way, mad bills to pay. That's why you drink Tanqueray, so you can reminisce and wish you wasn't living so devilish. Shit. Smoking mad Newports cause I'm doing court for an assault that I caught in Bridgeport, New York. Catch me if you can like the gingerbread man. You better have your gat in hand, cause man, I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug juggle, another day, another struggle.
Interesting. Yeah, this is really the first time he's expressing this is hard. And well, but he is in this specifying before he made it that it was hard, because the GED wasn't BIG. I got paid and that's why Moms hates me. She was forced to kick me out. That's another interesting line, just in the sense of him expressing, I forget what track it was, but you know, being pissed off about his dad leaving. Now his mom's kicking him out. It's easy for me to jump onto the perspective of a parent in this situation, because as a parent, you're trying to get your kids to do what you feel is right. And one of the things that's just really, really hard is, I mean, my son's young enough that he lives at home. Obviously, he can't live outside the house. But if years from now, if he's older and he's an adult and all this other shit, and he's doing a bunch of shit, and basically letting someone stay at your house is a form of enabling what they're doing, you know? But as a parent, throwing out your own kid, that's not easy to do either. So those situations are always incredibly interesting to me, just because I can't imagine how difficult they are, especially too being the situation that they're in. You know, obviously I have to assume that his mother does not have that much money. She doesn't give him any money. Sounds like she's trying to force him to go to school, but he's not having any of that. Anyway, sounds like the lawnmowers are on outside, so that might be fun for you guys. Let's get some music going.
I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug juggle, another day, another struggle. I had the master plan. I'm in the caravan on my way to Maryland with my man 2 Tex to take over this project. They call him 2 Tex. He told 2 Tex. And when he start the bus, he like to ask who's next. I got my honey on the Amtrak, with the crack in the crack of her ass. 2 pounds of hash in the stash. I wait for her to make some quick cash. I told her she could be lieutenant, bitch got gas. Conspiracy, she'll be home in 3. Until then, I looks out for the whole family. A true G, that's me blowing like a bubble in the everyday struggle.
Interesting. See who got smoked. What rumors was spread. Last I heard, I was dead. 6 to the head. Then I got a phone call and it couldn't hit me harder. We got infiltrated like Nino at the Carter. Heard Tech got murdered in a town I'd never heard of by some bitch named Alberta. Over nickel-plated burners. Are those guns? Interesting. Huh. Well, let's keep going. Interesting, though. Interesting.
Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle. Another drug juggle. Another day, another struggle. I had the first and the third. Rehearsed, that's my word. Thinking the game. D's knew my first name. Should I quit shit? No. Even though they had me scared, yo. They got an 8, I got a tech with air holes. And that's just how the shit go in the struggle, motherfucker.
Wow.
Come on. What you say? I don't wanna live no.
I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let it play out and I'll talk.
I'm living every day like a hustle. Another drug juggle. Another day, another struggle. Children mafia. Right.
Yeah.
Good solid beat again, as always. You know, interesting track just because it's really the first time he's humanized himself, you know? Every day another struggle. I'm living every day like a hustle, another drug to juggle, man. And then, where was it, that third verse here? Third verse. Dealing with dope fiends, binges, seeing syringes in the veins, hard to explain how I maintain. You know, he's talking, and it's in the same verse here where he's talking about how his daughter using the bathroom, she's older now, educated street knowledge, I'm going to mold her now. But then he jumps right into this part about seeing all these dope fiends and syringes. And so, I mean, that's all of a sudden he's in this perspective of shit, I've got a little girl in this world, you know? That's not easy to do. That's not easy to deal with. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I was also noticing too during this track, my energy kind of dropped, and I've had experiences before with, especially with metal, anything that's just heavy. You know, like you put on an album that's heavy and it just, you know, goes on this tear, and it's like, yeah, first 4 or 5 songs, like yeah, really. But then I notice I will end up getting like a little bit of like metal fatigue. You know, it's like I can only sprint for so long. And I think on the first half, or actually the first portion of this album, those first like 5-6 tracks, it really was just like this sprint. And he's let off a bit, which is fine because albums need some balance, I think. But still, lyrically, it's still pretty heavy. Still pretty heavy. And in that, you know, the heaviness gets tiring, you know, if that makes sense. I know, Gabe, if you're watching this, you're going, yeah. I can hear you already. You gotta bookend it with stuff that's easier to digest, so the heavy isn't so heavy for so long, because you can only handle heavy for so long. So I'm curious to see, with that in mind, how the rest of the album plays out. There's still 8 more tracks, so we'll drop into track 12, which is called Me and My Bitch.
Yo, let me ask you a question, yo, would you kill for me?
The act of making love.
Took you so long to answer Fuck wrong with you, bitch.
When I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick. You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick.
What?
I never felt that way in my life. It didn't take long before I made you my wife. Got no rings and shit, just my main squeeze. Coming to the crib, even had a set of keys. During the days, it helped me bag up my nickels. In the process, I admit I tricked a little. But you was my bitch, the one that never snitched. Love me when I'm broke or when I'm filthy fucking rich. And I admit, when the time is right, the wine is right, I treat you right. You talk slick, I beat you right.
Oh my God, man. I want to pause just to say that I noticed there are times online and stuff where people are upset because society isn't changing the way they want it to, or it feels like things aren't evolving how they should, or whatever. And I think in certain areas that's true, and sometimes it feels like we're going backwards. But there are obvious examples to me where clearly society has changed because, well, I mean, I'm sure there's some stuff like this in modern music, but we have moved on from stuff like this. Generally speaking. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Hoes don't know, that's not my stilo. I want a bitch that like to play CeeLo and craps, packing gats in a coach bag, steaming dime bags. A real bitch is all I want, all I ever had. With a rock just as strong as me, toting guns just as long as me. The bitch belongs with me. Any plans with another bitch, my bitch is swollen. One day she used my toothbrush to clean the toilet. Throwing my clothes out the window, so when the wind blows, I see my polos and Timbos. Just me and my bitch, yeah. Just me and my bitch.
On the first chorus, I said how we've moved on as a society, and I was specifically referring to just the fact that he's calling me and my bitch, whatever. Not that that's some huge travesty, but that second verse was really interesting because it showed pushback on her side. Typically with misogyny and things like that, general disrespect, however it forms, it's one side pushing the other side around. But on this track, the other side is pushing back, which is good. And it doesn't necessarily mean that there's more respect present in the relationship. But I feel like in this specific situation, somebody like Biggie would be like, no, I like her more because she pushes back. That makes her more important to me as a person because she's not a doormat. Because the type of personality that Biggie has, no one's going to walk all over him. He's not going to put up with that shit. So how could he ever be around somebody who lets someone walk all over them? That's not going to work. That's just kind of a mental state, I think. So it's interesting. This track is keeping me guessing because on one hand, I think on a surface level, it's easy to look at it and go, oh, misogyny and disrespect towards women or whatever. But I think there's a lot more depth in this track than what seems like on the surface, especially with that verse too, where she's pushing back. And then that chorus there where she's like, oh, cut your dick off.
Step to police with the shoves and the pushes. It didn't take long before the tears start. I saw my bitch dead with the gunshot to the heart. And I know it was meant for me. I guess the niggas felt they had to kill the closest one to me. And when I find them, their life is to an end. They killed my best friend. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Just me and my bitch.
And then on this chorus, there's no female interaction.
Just me and my bitch, just me and my bitch, yeah.
Huh. That was an interesting track.
So when did you first start rapping?
I was like about 18 years old. Yeah.
I see. So where you from?
Brooklyn.
I kind of like this one the most so far. I really liked Gimme the Loot and Things Done Changed. I mean, the openers are really good. But that was a good song. And again, some elements of humanizing Biggie a little bit here. Taking down the facade of this just big, bold, brave, fearless, ready to die person and starting to slip some humanity in there, some emotion in there. So this is good. I like this. It's giving him depth. I like that. Track 3 is called Big Poppa.
Oh, check it out.
I like this.
Nice change up there. I like that.
With style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your bushes. Who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping my wet is where you find me. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the need. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers.
Oh my
True
God.
fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic by the tree. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
I've heard this one. I've heard that one. I almost paused it when the song started because of that keyboard beat. I was gonna say, oh, it reminds me of some stuff from Chronic, the original Chronic album, but I was like, no, it's not. I mean, it has the same tone, the same sound, and obviously, Nothing But a G Thing uses a sound similar to that. But I was like, no, it's not. It's not Nothing But a G Thing. But yeah, I remember this one. It's been forever since I've heard it. But throw your hands up in the air if you're a true player. I remember that one. Shit.
Straight up, honey, really, I'm asking. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Conversate for a few, cause in a few we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi, smoke L's while you do me. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. Throw your hands in the air.
Oh my God.
He's a true player. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. To the honeys getting money, playing niggas like dummies. I love it when you call me Big Poppa. You got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. However, living better now, coochie sweater now. Drop top BMs, I'm the man, girlfriend.
Honey, check it. Tell your friends to get with my friends. We could be friends. Shit, we could do this every weekend. That's right. Alright? Is that alright with you? Yeah. Keep banging.
It's been interesting having Puff Daddy with these different sections that he's in, because it's like he's just doing skits. He's not really doing anything else. And I remember him being a big deal back in the 90s. I don't know if I've heard any of his music. I was going to say this earlier, and I was like, oh, I'll let it go. I'm like, no, I'm just going to fucking say it. It used to drive me nuts that he changed his name all the time. Like he was Puff Daddy, and then P. Diddy, and Sean Combs, or Puffy. Like, how many fucking times are you going to change your name, dude? Like, Anyway, I just had to throw that rant out there for no reason whatsoever. You know, as I'm listening to the music and stuff, I'm realizing I'm not really saying a whole lot. I'm just kind of sitting here and enjoying it. And I think with the lyrics, well, I've said this before, there's not a whole lot to tear into. Every now and then there's been some really interesting lines and some great lines. And I'm allowing my laughter to kind of just serve as its own note rather than stopping and explaining while I'm laughing, because you guys are hearing the same song I am. So, you know, it ruins the joke when you explain the joke, right? But I just wanted to point out, I am kind of aware that I'm not necessarily talking as much as I normally do, which some of you, yeah, you might like. God, this chorus though, man. I remember this one big time. All right. Track 14 is called Respect. Nice hit there on the beat. It's almost got like some distortion on that one line.
My mom was late, so I had to plan my escape out. Skins in this world, the fly girls. Tangeray seeing my death, and I ain't even took my first step. I made it out, I'm bringing mad joy. The doctor looked and said he's gonna be a bad boy.
Interesting. I assume this is a true story. I have no idea. But his mom gave birth at when she was 10 months along, drove herself to the hospital, umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. That's pretty fucking wild. Seeing my death and I ain't even took my first step. Doctor looked and said he's gonna be a bad boy. Oh man. I almost wonder if that's kind of a nod to fuck, I forget his name. Bad to the Bone, the song Bad to the Bone. I forget, his name is escaping me right now. I mean, the lyrics don't match exactly, but there's another song. I can't remember the guy's name. I won't even bother. Let's keep going.
Now I'm 13, smoking blunts, making cream. On the drug scene, fuck the football team. Risk it, rupture spleens by the age of 16. Hearing the coach scream ain't my lifetime dream. I mean, I wanna blow up, stack my dough up. So school, I didn't show up and fuck my flow up. Mom said that I should grow up and check myself before I wreck myself, disrespect myself. Time to contemplate, damn, where did I fail? All the money I stacked was all the money for bail.
Huh. So I'm assuming that this is also true. There was a reference in that intro. You know, the intro kind of went through, I guess, everything, didn't it? I didn't really pay super close attention to it. But him talking, you know, I love this. Hearing the coach scream ain't my life dream. Yeah, fucking A, man. My son is not interested in sports, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Not because I don't want him to play sports, but because I don't want to go out there and see some asshole coach screaming at my son because he fucking did something wrong because he's 10. You know, like, no. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Some fucking asshole 40-year-old dude all bent out of shape because kids don't play sports well enough. Like, yeah, they're fucking kids, man. And I'm not trying to disrespect all sports. I know there are positive aspects, and I know there's great coaches too. I've heard so many stories about coaches who, you know, helped kids and inspired kids and acted as father figures and role models and stuff like that. But I worry about the coaches, and honestly, I don't want to be around the other parents. No fucking interest at all hanging out with the other parents. Like, people just take that shit too seriously. Way too seriously. I kind of like the Diana King. Her vocals are fucking cool, man.
I explore new horizons. Mama smile when she see me. That's surprising. Honeys is tantalizing. They freak all night. Beat ducking cops on the creep all night. Respect to the max and the axe, to the freaks in the jeeps. Next shots to my beef.
I love this. Wow. That really fat hit on the bass line. Wow. That shit is fucking awesome. Because the rest of the beat is almost, it's shallow. It's lacking that bass. So when that one note hits, man, it fucking hits. That was a good track. I like that one a lot too. I like that one a lot. Respect, that's a good one. It looks like there's a skit coming out of this.
Damn, so why you acting like that, man?
Cause I don't be doing this.
Fucking the slurping sounds. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know I don't be doing this, don't you know that?
Whatever, bitch. Damn it.
So, Jesus Christ, man. I don't know who Faith Evans is. I'm not gonna look it up. Jesus, dude. Keep going. Track 15 is called Friend of Mine. I'm on the wrong lyrics. This says Friend of Mine. This says Friend of Mine. It's track 15. Track 15. What's track 16? Weird. There's a bug. There's a bug in...
No, fuck the bitches. Fuck all
Oh, weird.
fake assholes.
I don't know what the fuck just happened there.
You know how we play. Fuck this scandalous ass bitch. You know how I go, Boots. I meet a bitch, fuck a bitch.
That was strange.
You fucking a bitch. They just pass around shit. Pass the shit like a coal and shit. Fuck it. Now when I'm fucking off gin, I'm invincible. Don't love no hoe, that's my principle. Cause bitches come, bitches go. That's why I get my nut and I be out the fucking dough. I don't give a bitch enough to catch the bus. And when I see the seam and I'm leaving, bitches be scheming, I kid you not. That's why I keep my windows locked and my Glock cock. One hoe said,
Big, why you so hard on us? Why you swear all bitches are so scandalous?
Thug nigga till the end, tell a friend, bitch. Cause when I like you, then you go and fuck my friend, bitch. You know that ain't right.
So this is an interesting track because in, I don't remember which one. Yeah, but there's a track where he's talking about hitting up all these different women, right? But now we're upset because the women are sleeping with other people. This was always a strange hypocrisy that existed in my mind. Something that I felt was always very obvious. People would, of course, talk about it. Like, why is it a good thing for a guy to sleep with all his women, but if a girl does it, she's a hoe? I mean, we've all heard this argument over and over again. So it's interesting that, here's an example of it. But rather than pounding that drum too long, let's just see where this song goes.
You see, I don't sweat these hoes. I keep them in flavors like Timbos and Jabos. Bitches just like to play the merry-go.
Yeah, we know. Drop the scenario.
I seen her on the block. Who she rapping to? That's my nigga D. Damn, he got G. Now she fucking him and fucking me. See? You know that ain't right.
For some reason, this song isn't clicking with me on the beat. I don't know why. The production of it, it feels weird. I'm liking the lyrics. He was telling a story, and I'm enjoying the lyrics, but for some reason, the beat isn't really clicking with me for that well.
She's saying that this because I'm fucking her sister. A message to the fellas that really get some pissed. But she started that fucking family. She fucked my man D, so why she mad at me? Plus your sister look better than you, give head better than you, pussy get better than you, so let the fuck out like a rash. I'm glad I ain't got no cash to hit you.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say that I don't think their relationship ended up working out. I don't know. I mean, a little presumptuous, I'm sure. I don't know all the details, but I don't think they got back together. I don't think it ended well or went well, Okay, now track 16 is unbelievable. I think something happened before where I paused it weird and it transitioned to the next song, and I don't know. Anyway, okay, here's track 16. Unbelievable. There we go. There we go. Now this beat I like. I like that humming, that hovering hum.
Representing BK to the fullest. Gats I pull it. Bastards ducking when big be bucking. Chicken heads be clucking in my back room fucking. You see I smoke a lot. Your life is played out like Kwame and them fucking polka dots. Who rock the spot? Biggie, you know how the weed go. Unbelievable.
That hovering sound is really interesting. It reminds me of like an old school like horror vampire movie, where the vampire appears and it's got that, and then the vampire is like slowly approaching and the person's like, ah. But, I'm getting that picture, that vibe, but I don't really know how it fits just yet. Maybe, it's probably just me, having some unconscious bias about a sound in movies and having experienced it at some point, but I wonder how this song will play out if that sound comes into any specific purpose.
B-I-G-G-I-E, a.k.a. B-I-G, get it? Biggie, my forte causes Caucasians to say he sounds demented, call weak scented. If I said it, I meant it. Bite my tongue for no one, call me evil or unbelievable.
Maybe that's it, you know, call me evil or unbelievable. I don't know, but listen to this sound. I'm picturing like an old, you know, black and white vampire appearing into the room and slowly crawling across the room.
Out the sunroof, Alexis coops, leave no witnesses. What you think this is? Ain't no amateurs here. I damage and tear, MCs fear me. They too near not to hear me clearly. I'm the triple beam dream. 1,000 grams of uncut to the gut. It seems.
This was a great section right here. The way he did these bars. You know, I'm really enjoying that I can hear more of his rhyming structure and understand more of what's going on. Because before I would have just focused on the words and not so much how they're delivered. So that was a cool change up there, that little section.
Fucked up the way I touched up the grill, trying to play gorilla when you ain't no killer. The gats by your liver, your upper lip quiver. You're ready to die. Tell God I said hi.
Tell God I said hi.
The nicest MC, niggas know the stilo, unbelievable.
Nice. Nice. I love hearing the record scratch. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. Let's see, what do we got? We got 3 more tracks. Okay. The next track, where are we at? All right. The next track is called Suicidal Thoughts. And someone mentioned to me on Discord last night that I should put out a trigger warning for that. I don't know how important that is. I've never heard the song. I have no idea how intense the song is. But it's called Suicidal Thoughts. So if you have an issue with that, there's your warning. And we'll move in. Track 17. Interesting music.
What's going on?
Very confused.
Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. Gotta probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick licked. Hanging with the goody goodies, lounging in paradise. Fuck that shit. I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. You see, it's kinda like the crack did the Pookie and New Jack. Except when I cross over, it ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and Beat Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on. I reached my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheek, tell him that my will is weak. I'm sick of niggas lying, I'm sick of bitches hawking. Matter of fact, I'm sick of talking.
Huh. Interesting. According to this top section here, this is the final track for the album. I have 2 more tracks here off of this remastered version. What an interesting way to end it. Very interesting. And you know, there's no chorus. You know, he's talking about stealing out of his mom's purse, crime after crime. She doesn't even love me like she did when I was younger. I wonder if I died, would tears come to her eyes? Forgive me for my disrespect. Forgive me for my lies. My baby mother's 8 months, her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them? And because he's talking about, you know, doing the sister. Where the fuck is it? Trippy song, man. Very trippy song. I mean, it's good. It's good. But it's pretty intense. Kind of like the crack did to Pookie in New Jack City, which I've seen that movie. Except when I cross over, there ain't no coming back. Huh. All right. Well, let's check out the last two tracks. These are, I guess these are bonus tracks. 18 is called Who Shot You? And that's an interesting title given some of the stuff that happened with Tupac. I have no idea if this has anything to do with Tupac. But let's take a listen.
To give you what you need. Get live, motherfucker. As we proceed to give you what you need. Not five, motherfucker. Get live, motherfucker. Not five,
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete.
This is fucking good.
Stop when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops, said they heard mad shot. I make your skin chafe. Rashes on the masses. Bumps and bruises. Blunts and Land Cruisers. Big Poppa smash fools, bash fools, niggas mad because I know the cash rules. Everything around me, 2 Glock 9s. Any motherfucker whispering about mine. And I'm Crooklyn's finest. You rewind this, bad boys behind.
I like this. Crooklyn's finest. That's interesting. This whole verse is fucking great, man. Although it's kind of wild too. Slaughter, electrical tape around your daughter. I burn, baby, burn, like Disco Inferno. This guy's wild. I mean, these opening lines are fucking separate the weak from the obsolete. Hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Yeah, this is good. This is good shit. This is good. All right, let's keep going here. Interesting beat. I kind of feel like there's a little too much going on with the vocals because they're kind of all over.
I seen the light excite all the freaks. Stack man.
I feel like the beat would actually be like I feel like this track would be like more haunting if it didn't have all these overlaying vocals going all over the place. Like if it was just Biggie and just this beat, it would be like almost like terrifying, you know? Because the beat itself is pretty cool and it's pretty dark. It's ominous. But when you have these other layers of vocals on top, that gets drowned out.
Chips spread love with my peeps. Niggas wanna creep, got to watch my back. Think the cognac.
See, like right now, it's pretty solid.
I switches all that, cocksucker G's up. One force move, get Swiss cheese up. Clip to tech, respect, I demand it. Slip and break the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not fuck with North Sea Poppa. Feel 1,000 deaths when I drop ya. I feel for you like Shaka Khan, I'm the Don. Did I tell you not to fuck with me? Huh? Look at you now. Huh? Can't talk with a gun in your mouth, huh? Bitch ass nigga. What?
Holy shit, man. Wow. Yeah, I feel like it's too messy with all these vocals. I think if Puffy's part would have been taken out, and then there were at the beginning of this outro there was some like female vocals floating around that were pretty good. Yeah, I don't like Puffy's part. I don't like all these vocals like smearing around all over the place. I think it takes away from the song. I think the song itself was really powerful. And then this portion that Puffy is on, I don't really feel like it adds to the song. It doesn't support the song. It's not serving the song. Otherwise, though, that was a really good song, man. Like, that beat and the tone, and it's kind of got that little bit of piano and just really, it felt haunting. It felt like, oh, shit, something's coming to get me. Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, last one is called Just Plain Dreams.
As I sit back, relax, steam a blunt, sip a Vex. Think about the sexy singers that I wanna sex. I'll probably go to jail for fucking Patti LaBelle. Ooh, Regina Belle, she probably do me swell. Jasmine Guy was fly, Mariah Carey's kinda scary. Wait a minute, what about my honey Mary? Them jeans, they fitting like a glove. I had a crush on you since real love, huh? Pimpin' ain't easy, but it sure is fun. When I bust my nuts, I bust them one by one. So what's the 4-1?
Oh my God.
Dreams of fucking an R&B bitch. I'm just playing what I'm saying. Dreams of fucking an R&B bitch. I'm just playing.
Oh God.
I'm saying. I put Shantae more pussy in stitches. I fuck RuPaul before I fuck them ugly ass escape bitches. You can 76 to 69, try 68. They raving some old date rape.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'm paid, I'm fucking all the jade. Gave my DJ Janae, he like it when they say Sade, ooh, I know that pussy tight. Smack Tina Turner, give a flashback.
Oh my God, dude.
Because it's four of them. Jimmy hats for Patra. I'm using all of them.
So I was almost just gonna let the whole song play without, pausing and doing my job more or less. But like on one hand, I could see how people would be upset by this, and whatever. They can be if they want to be. But I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Clearly this is a track where he's just fucking around, and even on a joke track, basically, he's still just really good. I mean, that is one thing that's been consistent throughout, is his vocals and his flow, just consistent, man. So good throughout the whole album. We'll let it finish up, and then I'll do my closing thoughts here.
Dreams of fucking an R&B bitch. I'm just playing. I'm saying. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just playing. I'm saying. But negative dog is gonna fuck out. I'm just playing. I'm saying.
Oh my God. But I would hit all of y'all. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's Ready to Die. I liked it. I did experience a bit of what I call metal fatigue, where the album just starts off with crusher after crusher after crusher, and you're going, and then you just kind of wear out a little bit, And that's nothing bad about the album. That's something I experience in a very, very common way. Like I always. Like there'll be times I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking thrash. I'm gonna put some shit on. I'll throw on Sepultura. I'll put on Roots, and I get into like track 5 or 6, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like it's for whatever reason, I just need like 20, 30 minutes of just fucking pounding it out, and then okay, I'm good. So that kind of happened with this track, or I'm sorry, with this album, and it's kind of interesting too because the first 4 or 5 songs, 6 songs, Ready to Die, which I enjoyed. I marked that one as enjoying. Things Done Changed, I like that one a lot. Gimme the Loot, I liked a lot too. But then it does back off a little bit. You've got that interlude with Lil Kim, supposedly, and then Juicy, Everyday Struggle. He starts kind of working in this idea of being a bit more of a human rather than just this brave, brazen person. Me and My Bitch was a cool track too. I like that one quite a bit. But overall, throughout, man, I love Biggie's style. I love his style. I was thinking it's too bad that so many of these artists get killed or they die or whatever, and because how cool would it have been to hear MF Doom and Biggie do freestyle with each other? Like, just that would have been fucking amazing. And if anything like that exists, please let me know, because I'd love to hear it. I'd be surprised if it does exist, but I would love to hear it if it does. Things have changed. Things have definitely changed in terms of society, what's accepted, what's put into music. Coming from Man on the Moon and 808s and Heartbreak and jumping back effectively 20 years to listen to this. Yeah, big change. And even on the musical side too, I feel like the beats that were produced on this they're all good, solid beats. But it's interesting how music has even changed in hip hop with, you know, with this, basically Biggie just needs a foundation to exist upon in terms of the beats. And so the beats, as long as they're solid, they're good. That's all he needs, you know? But now it seems like there's a lot more emphasis put into the music. It's not so much about just a beat. Beats are still obviously very prominent, but there's more that goes into it than just make a beat. Okay, there you go. You know? Like I think about Tyler, Man on the Moon, 808s. There's a lot more going on there, which is sound. You know, there's more production of sound than just specifically beats or what type of beat to make. That was fun though, man. He's got some good lines. He's got some abrasive lines, offensive lines. Like he goes all out. He goes all out. That was good. I enjoyed it. What are we at here on time? 2 hours and 8 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. I know I didn't pause as much. I didn't discuss the lyrics as much because it's all pretty straightforward. All pretty straightforward. I really did too. I was enjoying, and I think this was something else. I was more or less able to follow the flow and the rhyming scheme, and I was enjoying the fact that I could kind of see it a little bit. I'm starting to see the Matrix code, you know? It was fun to hear his enunciation and his hard consonants and the beats and the rhyming scheme change, and then it drops into the next line and it changes again, but then it supports a previous rhyme. And so I'm starting to get that, which is a lot of fun. Because I think if I would have listened to this 6 months ago, I honestly would have been bored because I wouldn't have got it. I would not have understood what was happening. I think I would have enjoyed some of the funny lines and stuff like that. But mostly all I would have seen was, just gangster stuff. You know, it wouldn't have clicked. I wouldn't have understood what was going on with the lyrics and the rhyming schemes. And I would have missed a lot. So I'm glad I'm doing this one now. It is funny to sit here and think about this, everything I just listened to, and how I would have never listened to this 6 months ago, 9 months ago. So that's fun. That's cool. I guess that's it. That's Ready to Die. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know. I felt like I was a little different just in the sense of not talking as much, but maybe that's better sometimes, you know? Sometimes I don't have to sit around and explain everything. And there wasn't, for the final time, this is the last time I'll say it, there wasn't a lot of like deep, complex stuff to dig into. It was all pretty straightforward. So good times. That was fun. I liked it. I liked that one quite a bit. I look forward to listening to it and seeing if I hear more as I go the following week. Post, like, you know, if there's like live performances and stuff, anything that has, I don't think there's that much of Biggie because he lived a short life as far as I know. But anything that you guys have to let me experience more Biggie and more of his vocal capability, please put it in the comments so I can check it out. All right. We'll see ya.